The fight over opening a New Mexico horse slaughter plant made its way back into court today. The state is trying to keep Roswell's Valley Meat Company closed, recently filing a restraining order. Today, both sides brought in witnesses to argue their case. News 13's Chris McKee is live in Santa Fe, where today's hearing took place.
Kim, the state argued today that horse meat isn't safe for anyone to eat, but also that Valley Meat has a track record of apparent wastewater violations dating back in its years of operations in Roswell. But Valley Meat insists what it's doing now is safe and that it's following all state and federal law. Testimony came from around 9 witnesses today. The state's first was a former groundwater quality bureau chief for the state's Environment Department. He detailed previous investigations into Valley Meat, hammering the company on the fact it operated from 2009 to 2012 without a state wastewater discharge permit, and also saying that it had no monitoring programs at about half of its inspections on record. Our cameras were not allowed to show the witnesses' faces today.
I'd say it's extremely serious. I mean, they've just had a pattern of failing to comply with permits, regardless of what they're informed and what they're told.
Now, Valley Meat attorney Blair Dunn argued the company was not trying to operate without permits, but that it took the state several years to tell them that they were out of compliance through a letter.
I asked if they had relied on your letter, and your letter had been accurate, and that had been correction of their violations, they wouldn't have 1,000 days. That would be an exaggeration, because they would have come into compliance, just as your letter said.
Now, the state actually brought up one witness today that the judge actually kicked out. The judge decided that a Texas mayor who experienced problems with a horse slaughter plant said her testimony was irrelevant to this case. They are still deliberating right in the courtroom right now. We should have more on a decision possibly tonight here at 5:30. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Now, the judge could, as he insinuated, make a decision today, but if that does happen, the plant still isn't sure when it will open.